so this one we're going to use the Paper Blooms paper. This is becoming my most favorite celebration item in the world, you guys. I just, oh my gosh, love this paper. So here is something that I did with it today. I used this paper, excuse me. I use this paper. I think Teresa's watching, so here's in their sneak peek, Teresa. This is another card that my Be a Boss at Home girls are going to get to do. So this is the pattern of the paper that I used. So when you're cutting paper, like I said earlier, you end up with scraps. It's just the nature of the beast. And so what I did today was I had all these scrap pieces. Okay. And I remembered that the dies that go along with the In Bloom bundle, the Pierced Blooms dies, they cut out the flowers and the leaves on this particular pattern of the paper. Okay, well, I had these scraps. Well, they're not super great scraps. I mean, I could probably have done something with them, but literally this one was shaped like this. What am I going to do with that? This one I probably could have used for something, but these are kind of small. And all of a sudden it dawned on me, I'm like, hey, I can take these dies, some of them, and I can cut out these flowers. Like this one here, I could cut out this little chunk, and you're probably thinking to yourself, why would you cut out, if you can see, they're like half pieces, partial pieces. Why would I do that? Well, I'm going to show you. Look what I did with them. Just like this one here, this is kind of like that green. Where did I get that? Right here. Or no. Where is that one from? Did I throw the scrap in the garbage for that particular piece? I wonder if I did. Well, you can see this blue one here is right. Oh, it's this one. It was on the edge. So I just stuck it on the edge of my card. So that's what I did with it. This one here has an edge. I just tucked that under so you can't even see the edge. This big red one here, same thing. It has an edge. I put it at the edge. This one here was a corner. Where is it? Right here. It was on a corner, so I just stuck it on the corner. So I had all these half pieces, partial pieces, and this is what I did with it. How cool is that? So yeah, so this particular pattern, if you guys have the dies for this, and you get this paper for celebration, that's something you can do with your scraps. Or you can just die cut them right out of the whole sheet. It doesn't make any difference. And like this leaf, you can see, where is it at? So the leaf had this partial petal was in the leaf. So I just tucked it under and hid the spot that was cut off. So anyways, I thought you guys might find that interesting. I found it interesting. And then I made this most beautiful card using that. So let me put all my dies back. There's 25 of these guys. So I normally try to count them because I have lost one. Of course, I found it again, but just to try to make sure I don't lose them. But I think we'll be good. So anyways, there's a little trick using this paper and these dies. So my card for today also uses this paper. So I cut a chunk out of the corner here, and it was 4 by, I think it was 5 3/8. Okay. And then I cut that in half. So I had two pieces that were both 2 by 5 3/8. Well, where do they go? Looks like they go like this. Okay. So that's where I cut it out, and I cut them because I want to use them together but separate. Does that even make sense? It will. Okay, so then we have our cards here. We have scrap. We have those. Okay. So this is kind of a fun fold. I'm going to move this paper out of the way. Okay, so what I have done here is this is just a standard card. I cut it 8.5 by 5.5. I cut it in half. Then I rolled this under and I tucked it into the seam and I flattened it. So what I'm going to have is a card that's going to stand up like this when someone gets it. Okay. So I want to decorate the front. So that's where these two pieces are going to go right on there. So they're like together but separate. All right. So I'm going to add these to the front of the card with some seal. Get that roll in here again. And we will just, I might need a little more there. Right up there at the top. When I first got my seal, when we first came out with it, I really struggled with it, but now I think I got it. Okay. So, and there's going to be just very skinny, very slight borders on these panels. So let me get this on here. Very, very teeny borders. Okay. Whoops, that needs to come just a bit closer and down just a tad. Okay, so that's what we have so far. So that's the front. So then we need to make this fun little mechanism on here. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to run a score line down this scrap of Night of Navy. Okay, so there's a score line on there. And then I'm going to take my 1.5 inch circle punch and I'm going to line it up so that the score line is right in the middle. And I'm going to punch out 2 of these. Okay, there we go. And I'm going to fold them in half. If I eyeballed that pretty good, they should be pretty much right. Yeah, that one's not quite as good, but it's not going to matter. Okay. So then I'm going to add these to the front here. So there's this, I don't want to tell you, but just watch. It's going to be fun, I promise. Okay. Oh, wait, this is not, that's a glue that's empty. Maybe they're all empty. What the heck? Oh, you know what? This might be clogged. Here's a little tip for you guys. I have some pins and needles stuck in this piece of foam. And when my glue gets clogged, I just shove my needle up in there. And then usually it gets unclogged for a little while. Except, of course, that didn't work because I'm on live TV. Oh, for heaven's sakes. Oh, there we go. Okay. So I'm going to add these about in the center, right at the edge of the fold line. Okay. I think that's good. Get this one on there. And so there we go. All right, so our card still folds, and then we have these little doohickeys right there. Okay, so then the front, I have this little scallop rectangle that's out of the, oh my, what did I do with it? Here we go. The Stitched So Sweetly. It's number 5. There's like 6 of these scallop rectangles in here. And so I have numbered them. The smallest one is 1 up to 6. And so this one's number 5. Because you guys like to know that. And then I cut this piece of paper. I just measured the inside of this rectangle and I cut this, and it's kind of a weird dimension. I think it's like 2 1/16. Yep, 2 1/16 by 3 3/16. So it's a little bit of a weird dimension, but that's going to be in the middle. So what we're going to do is we're going to decorate that with some of these die cut flowers. I took the colors that were on the paper and I just die cut a bunch of things that were in that color combination. So I decided that this was going to be for the inside. So we'll move that to the side, and then these little guys are going to go on the front here of this piece of paper, and then I'm going to put my sentiment down here. So I think I'm going to put my sentiment on first, and then I will know my boundaries of, where I can put all the flowers. So I've got a sentiment out of the Approaching Perfection stamp set. This is a celebration one. So this is a nice, bold, happy birthday. And I thought Night of Navy would be perfect. So we'll just kind of get this right down here. And hopefully that's pretty good. Can't complain. All right. Did I get ink on myself? No. And then my little flowers are just going to kind of go like this. So I also have some leaves that I die cut. And so I thought I would just start building some stuff. Just building some stuff randomly. Okay, I'm going to use mini dimensionals because I feel like the big ones are too big and it's hard to tuck leaves underneath. Do I want to do it like this? Maybe I'll do that one there, and this one here. Again, this is another card that I kind of knew what I was going to do, but hadn't exactly figured everything out, so I haven't figured it out yet. So I've got these little leaves, and then these little guys, don't be afraid to just cut them apart and shove them, shove those little leaves under things because they're really cute. And we could put that like that. Yep, I think that'll work. So let me go ahead and add some glue to the back of that little guy. And we will tuck that under. Add some glue to this one. Tuck that under. So I find that just, you know, just die cut a bunch of these things and just play with them. Because they stack. I mean, there's a whole bunch of flowers that you can stack together. And yeah, you can just have a lot of fun with them, I found. Okay, this one I also want to pop up. Do that on a dimensional, or maybe have it just slightly over the top of that. Now we can make another leaf. Here's a different leaf, so I can cut that one off. Maybe I can do that. Sure, why not? Actually, you probably don't need that little bit. There we go with that one. And then, do we need one under there? I don't know yet. And then I have these fun little middles, a bunch of these little things. I thought that one might be kind of fun to stick on. This one maybe could go in the center of that. This little thing here maybe could go in the middle of that. I don't know. It's just the possibilities are endless with colors and, oh, these little, I love these things so much. I honestly think this is going to be my kit to go in March. And I'm super excited about it because we're going to include the paper. So you're going to like get extra stuff in your kit just because I got the paper for free. I've been kind of stockpiling it this year or this month. So the paper will, you know, I won't have to charge anything for the paper because I got it for free. So then I'll only be able to, I'll put other things in there. Oh, I think I need something right there. I feel like I'm missing a leaf or something. What do I want to do? Maybe just one. Is that too many leaves coming out of that one? Actually, I think I like this. Oh, here's one. That should work. Okay, tuck that in. Maybe I do need one coming off of that. Let's tear that one off. Put a little glue on there. And okay, so then this is going to go onto this. Yeah, we'll just use regular glue. I was thinking if I wanted to like use dimensionals, but I think we've got some dimension with our flowers, and then the way this whole thing is going to work should be fun. Okay, so let me get this centered on my thing there. Okay, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach it to these little guys. So I've got the card flat. I want this centered from side to side and top to bottom on top of these little guys. Okay, we'll press those into place. Ooh. And then the inside, I used the Stitched with Whimsy dies. These are those fun little detail dies. They don't actually cut it out. They just add detail to your card. And so I thought, why not have this be on the inside? Because this is fun. So we're going to do my little trick again. I only care about the three sides, the top, the bottom, and the outer edge. And there we go. And then this little bunch of fun, we're going to stack these together. So I've got the Rococo Rose, a Petal Pink, and then a little Night of Navy center here. Whoops, I got glue on that. Okay, get that in the middle. And then I'm going to use some dimensionals. I want some big ones though. Where are my big ones? Hello, big ones. Right here. So we'll do that and that. Okay. And then I'm going to add this just to the inside here, kind of right in the center. And then check this out. So then you have this nice little doohickey here so it doesn't look bad. And then when the person gets it in the mail and they open it up, it's hard for you guys to tell but it stands up. Isn't that cool? And this is kind of the view that the person would have. How would you like to have that sitting on your desk? I mean, seriously, Who wouldn't like that? And you have plenty of room to write your message in there. Yeah, I thought that was adorable. I actually got the idea. I got a swap from my friend Wendy, and this was hers. She used the ice cream, and she did hers like that with ovals. So isn't that fun? Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm just in love with this. It's a little bit fun fold, you know, but it's not hard. That's what I love about it. It's like the easiest card you could do, you know, for having a fun fold. If you guys would share the video, that would be awesome. If you would give it a thumbs up, if you're watching on YouTube, that would be awesome. And yeah, I thank you guys so much for watching.